I grew up near the forest. Every day I saw forest being cutting down, animal being poached for the traditional medicine, food consumption and pets. Founding Save Vietnam Wildlife, I want Vietnamese people to take leadership and more responsibility to protect our nature and animal. Because we understand Vietnamese culture, I believe our work is more cost-effectiveness and contribute directly for wildlife conservation on the ground.
What makes Save Vietnam Wildlife unique?
Talk the talk, walk the walk, and cost effectiveness.
Empower Vietnamese leadership.
Scale up effective conservation models.
Benefit directly to wildlife conservation on the ground.
Create long-term impacts. Meet the international standards.
To save the last remaining endangered species, Save Vietnam's Wildlife collaborates with Cúc Phương and Puma National Park to operate 2 wildlife rescue centers and support to build capacity for other rescue centers in Vietnam.
In 2018, the first anti-poaching team, commissioned by an NGO and government in Vietnam, were established. Hunting activity reduced 80%. This makes the park become a model for the success of protecting wildlife habitat.
The wildlife research team of Save Vietnam Wildlife have applied the technology in studying endangered wildlife in the wild. We have employed hundreds of camera traps in the field in order to obtain the data of the species presence, population status, species density. Those data have directly contributed on the species protection and recommendation for Vietnamese government in taking action and orientation wildlife conservation strategy nationally.
We work to ensure every Vietnamese person to know and understand about Vietnam's wildlife, to love, to appreciate and willing to take action to protect our wildlife. Our work targets to various audiences including school children, students, forest-based communities, governmental and law enforcement officials, private sector, media, wildlife hunters, traders, consumers, and general public.
We are not only the very first NGO in Vietnam to implement breeding program for Australian civet and Chinese pangolins, but also we witnessed some initial success for these programs.
As a local NGO with Vietnamese leadership, Save Vietnam Wildlife will receive trust from the government agency to provide the recommendation to promote the species conservation and management from our work on the ground.
Together with Save Vietnam's Wildlife, we will urgently act to
Save the last remaining endangered species.
Stop illegal wildlife trade and poaching.
Eliminate illegal wildlife consumption.
Champion the recovery and thriving of wild animals.
be our next sponsor and
Just to make change